Hey everyone, Yuki here. Today's VEDA Day 9, and today we're going to be talking about swords. I've been collecting swords for years, ever since I lived in Tennessee. So, I thought I'd share my collection. It's not a very large collection, so this video shouldn't be too long, but I'll try to do them in in order of when I got them as I can remember. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first sword, air quotes because this isn't technically a sword, the first bladed weapon I ever got was from Walmart when I was, it was when I lived in Tennessee. I might have been maybe around 12, 13, I don't know. It was a while ago. But here it is. It is a machete. Nice black. It has seen a lot of wear and tear. As you can see, it is all scuffed up. We've got a chip in the handle right there. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay, so see that little dent? I was, you see, my dad cut down this tree in our backyard. And I would just take my machete and I would just chop at the big old trunk, because it still stood about at least 4 feet high. So it's not like we cut it all the way down, but I would just, you know, just chop at it. Then I was like, you know, this chops through wood really good. I wonder. So I tried to break a rock, and it didn't work, and that's how I got that little nick in it. Just like bent really quickly. This is still one of my favorites just because I've had it for so long. And I really like machetes because they've got a good feel to them. And I mean, it is a hacking slashing weapon. So you just slash, just hack through brush, I think it's called. The sheath for it is just cloth. It has a place to put it on your belt. And it has this, which is apparently for like an army belt. That's what my dad told me. It might not have been belt, it might have an army thing. Okay, so let's get on to number 2. Okay, so sword number 2. It's actually 2, 3, and 4. However, I can only find 2 of them right now. Because, hold on. Yeah. Okay. So, first, this little one. I got this. Here's its sheath. It's a nice little tiny katana. I can't think of what they're actually called. But you see, it's small. It's nice. It's kind of loose. The handle's a little loose on it. It is just decorative. But, you know, little me, I didn't care. I still use this for slashing up pumpkins, which is always a fun time. So the reason why it's 2, 3, and 4, here's number 4, because I can't find 2. But this is the full katana. Let's bring it all the way back here. So this is the full katana. It is very loose, just because of... Okay. Now it just tightened up in a really weird spot. There we go. As you can see, if the camera can show this, it's disgusting from how much I've used it to just cut up pumpkin. It doesn't smell like pumpkin though. But yeah, it's got just pumpkin guts all over the blade. There we go. There's a really good shot of it right there. And I want to add, for all of this, all the use I've had these for, I don't sharpen them. So they get nasty, they get dull, but I still really like them. Number 3 should be the mid-size of this set. So sadly, I have no clue where it is. But I did just find my my tripod. I was looking for that earlier. Okay, we're going to get on to sword number, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Next, sword number 5. Okay, sword number 5. Another little one. Same type of sword as the one in the set. It starts with a T. In fact, I think it starts with a toe. Because, you know, it's Japanese, so it doesn't start with a T. But this one's a straight blade. I really like this one. It's just solid black. So let's just get a nice little scan of it. The end used to have, what kind of wrap was it? That was so long ago. I think it had a, I want to say it was a rope kind of thing, like the next one I'm about to show. But that came off. It was like a shoelace, like the broad, not broad shoelace like that. No, it's like the thin, the flat shoelaces, not the circular, not the round ones. That used to be just wrapped around here. That came off. It stopped wanting to go back on, so now it's just wrapped in electrical tape to keep the wood. This is a full tang, so its blade is metal to metal. It is pointy, so I shouldn't do that. I really like this one, especially for its sheath. The sheath is fabric, also black. I had to put tape here on the end of it. Yeah, there we go. You can see it in the light. Because it's sharp, it's pointy, so it would always stick through the end of it. But it also has a strap, so it was like really easy for me to just throw on, pull it out while I was out running around in the field next to my house. I think, yeah, all the swords I'm up to right now, I still got while I was in Tennessee. I actually think I got this one when I lived here in Kentucky, but here it is. It's another machete. Gotta love the machete. This one is not rounded. It is flat up here, at an angle though. Once again, I use this for some pumpkin killing, so I mean, it's got scratches, it's got ick blah all over it, but its handle, the rope string thing, it's just completely coming off. I've rewrapped it many times, and then it got to the point where I was like, okay, it'll be fine. So that's that. I got this at a flea market, I do believe. Its sheath is, again, fabric. It's got a nice opening so that its thicker front can go in more easily. Secures in with some Velcro and has a place to go on your belt. Okay, so now we're moving on to, let's see, that was 6, so on to number 7. Okay, for sword number 7, 6 and 7 actually, these are broadswords. The first one, I think it was called the Way to Darkness, or the Protector of Darkness. Oh, it's got skulls on it. It is just completely decorative, but it is huge. Let me just stand up. It's about 4.5 feet tall. I've really liked it, but it came with a stand, which I never actually hung it up anywhere. But it's really nice. It's got a plastic handle on it with a skull on the end. I haven't used this for cutting up any pumpkins or anything, because just with how flimsy it feels, if I hit something with it, I'd just kind of be worried that it might break. Next, people are going to like this, is my Legend of Zelda Link's Master Sword. I got this when I moved here to Kentucky. The other one was back when I still lived in Tennessee. So as you can see, this should technically be blue, but it was black and yeah, it's not completely authentic, but it was good enough. I have used this a lot for playing out in the yard, killing pumpkins. Let's try to get a good shot of how dirty it is now. You should be able to tell by that. It is atrocious, to say the least. I don't know. It's supposed to be stainless steel. It is extremely stained. I don't think it's any rust though. There are no dents, so it just really needs to get cleaned up. So we'll see if I ever get around to doing that. Made in Pakistan, and it's one of my favorites. Okay, moving on to sword number 8 now. So, okay, so sword number 8 is a dual set. I'm just going to pull out one, but it's got a hole through the middle. It's really well balanced, and I've really liked these. Yeah, well, I'll just go ahead and pull them both out. So, 2, I'm not all that great with the double. That's just never really worked for me. But I do really like these, and I like the concept of having 2 weapons, because instead of having a shield, you can kind of like parry with one while slashing with the other. At least that's my personal opinion on them. As for the sheath, goes in each side, one in each side. That goes in there. And if I can... snap, it's not going. Okay, there we go. That goes in there, and then secures with a little wrap that just snaps together on both sides. There we go. That one actually snapped good. I'll assume that one snapped. It has something to carry it on your back, along with being able to put it on your belt loop. Number 9 is a dagger. I thought this looked awesome. It's got a seal on it that says chip away. I cannot read it. Cutlery, I think? I think it says chip away cutlery. Let's try to get a nice shot of that. It's got a wooden handle, which for some reason has gone loose and now just spins. I'm not really sure how they got the wood on there. I mean, they did a really good job hiding the seam, or this screws off. But I cannot get that to move, so it's really well made, and this blade, it just looks deadly. It looks like something that I would suspect in God of War, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. I've played a couple of the God of War games. They're really fun. So I got this because it just reminded me so much of God of War. I was like, oh, I'm Kratos! So I thought this was cool. Okay, so that was number 9. We have 4 more. So let's move on to number 10. Okay, number 10. I don't remember when I got this, but I want to say it was back when I got the set of the red ones. Here's a black one, and a katana. This one, the grip of it has seen better days. I never really used this for anything. Maybe I did. It is kind of nasty on the edge here. So I might have used it for a little bit, but everything, we got this from a garage sale, and it was kind of disgusting to begin with, so I just never really wanted to use it. I just really wanted a katana. So number 11 is a bokken. This is something that ninjas classically would use. It is a wooden sword. I don't know the type of wood that's made out of. As for its handle, you just nice wooden handle with a piece of plastic with like some rubber holding the plastic on. Nice little shot of that. Phone's ringing. No, never mind. Oh well, phone. It's got some black marks on it these days because I got this police baton holder, and I thought I could just use that as like a sheath for it. You know, put the baton holder on my belt loop and then have this on the belt loop so that I can just like, whoa. It's really lightweight, and it's one of my favorites just because of you wouldn't be killing someone with this. It's really good for being defensive, which is how ninjas used it. They didn't kill people with these. It was just like if they needed to get away, it's a big stick in the shape of a sword that could easily just be used to knock people out. Okay, going to get number 12 and 13, or is this 13 and 14? Getting the next two swords. Hold on just a second. Okay, I have lost count. I want to say this is 13 though. This one is probably my third favorite, the Boken being my second favorite, and my favorite is being left till last. I got this at a flea market in Lucasville, Ohio. It is a nice, I want to call it a rapier. That's why I'm fairly certain it is. Might not be. Its handle is really nice. It has a nice hand guard, so if someone slashes at your hand, you're good. If you're left-handed, it stinks to be you. This is definitely made for right-handed people. The arms of the hilt, I don't know what those are actually called. But they look really cool. One's going down, one's going up, and the blade is nice and long. And I got it like this, but there's some, where is it? Okay, locate my finger and then I can locate it. There we go. There's some gunk that was on it when I got it, but it looked cool. It didn't cost that much, so I just really wanted to get it because I never had a sword like this, and it's weighted really nicely. So yeah, that's why it's my third favorite. So now, on to my favorite, Rafter. I showed the sheath for this. This isn't, oh snap, what was that? Okay. Okay, this isn't the sheath that it came with. The sheath that came with it I don't use because the sheath it came with is kind of garbage. It was not made for this sword. So of course neither was this one. Let's get that clip back in there. But this is the sword I use for it. I mean the sheath I use for it. It's made to look like leather. I'm fairly certain it's not leather. It might be. Yeah, it actually might be. I don't know. So leather, plasticky kind of case with a nice little design on it. But now to my favorite sword. I got this when I was living in Michigan. It was a birthday present from my dad. And it is my absolute favorite sword. First I'm going to show the sheath. Just leave the sword for the very last. So the sheath, it's got this nice little design on it. I'm about to fall. This was not brand new sheath and stuff. So all those little, a nice little design with the little cords, that's not there anymore. Got a place to throw it over your shoulder. Get back up on the couch. Now, for the sword. It is a Pakistan, stainless Pakistan. It's a really nice blade. It looks like a lot like a pepper shaker for the hilt, which is kind of the reason why, well not the reason why I like it. Pepper shakers, I don't use pepper. I don't use pepper, but I really like the way it feels. It's just that nice wood feel, because it's wood. This can twist off, which is how this got on here. Other than that, it is full tang. For those who don't know, full tang means that like the blade, the metal goes all the way through to the end, and then it has just a hilt, like the hilt is a thing around the metal. Sometimes it is the metal, like with the previous sword I showed, which has pulled a Houdini on me. Oh well. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. So, see how that's metal? So the sword is just completely metal through. That's what full tang means. But this is definitely one of my favorites. It is balanced really well. I love the feel of it. You can't really give it a two-hand. It wasn't made for two hands. But it's really good with one hand. If you had to just grab it to just do a nice powerful slash, you definitely could. As you can see, there's tons of wear on this blade. Just from how much I've used it playing around. Now, I'm sure at least I'll get one comment. Most people have been commenting on the sites that I post the videos on. Mostly Google Plus, for that fact. For that matter. Leaving posts on YouTube is a cool thing, guys. Just leave a comment down there. But, I'm sure I'll get at least one saying, you don't keep up with your swords. You don't keep them polished or cleaned or something. I mean, I like swords, and yeah, this is my collection, but if we lived back in the medieval era where I needed to use this for survival every day, then I probably would keep up with these a lot better. I probably wouldn't have this many unless I was rich. But this is probably also my sharpest one. Yeah, it's actually kind of sharp. So there you go. That is my sword collection. Let's just go ahead and sheath that. I wasn't able to find one of them, but other than that, wait, is it over there? No, never mind. That's a bag. It was a red bag. So, okay. Hey guys, sorry for the really quick transition there. My camera was overheating or something, and that was causing the video to get really shaky. I'm gonna have to look into that to make sure my camera's okay. It's never done that before other than today. In fact, it did it twice. So I came outside. It's a really nice day. Do this outro. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Or, you know what, just go ahead, leave a comment on Google Plus or Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. I'll post that below. And everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.